Hello and welcome to Resitron Idiotics. I'm Jeremy, and in part one of this video, I am going to tell you how the Ten Commandments are different according to which faith you practice, and in part two, I'm going to tell you how they are in the Bible twice. Today, we will be for part one. We would, okay, this is part one. If you're Anglican or Reformed Protestant, or just plain Protestant, which I guarantee you a good portion of the people who always try to discuss the Ten Commandments, at least people who I've tried to talk to who discuss the Ten Commandments usually are Protestant, they always consider "I am the Lord your God" as the preface. Then there's "You shall have no other gods before me," and then "You shall not make for yourself an idol" as 1 and 2. Then 3, you shall not misuse God's name. Then 4, you shall remember the Sabbath day, keep it holy. 5, you shall honor your father and mother. 6, you shall not murder. 7, you shall not commit adultery. 8, you shall not steal. 9, do not bear false witness against your neighbor. And 10, do not covet your neighbor's wife or anything that belongs to your neighbor. Okay. Well, that actually kind of makes sense, right? Well, if you're talking with somebody who might be, say, Eastern Orthodox Christian or just plain Orthodox Christian, well, they consider the "I am the Lord your God" as well as "You shall have no other gods before me" as the first commandment, and everything else, for the most part, is the exact same as if you were a Protestant. Pretty good. Okay, now you're wondering, okay, what about, if somebody's a Catholic or a Lutheran? Well, Catholics and Lutheran, the Ten Commandments that they're taught is "I am the Lord your God you shall have no other gods before me, and you shall make no idols for yourself" are all the first commandments. And "You shall not misuse God's name" is the second. Remember the Sabbath is the third. "Honor your father and mother" is the fourth. "You shall not kill," which is the Catholic one, is the fifth, and "You shall not murder" is the fifth one for the Lutherans. "You shall not commit adultery" is the sixth. "You shall not steal" is the seventh. "You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor" is the eighth. If you're Catholic, it's "You shall not covet your neighbor's wife," whereas if you're Lutheran, it's "You shall not covet your neighbor's house." And of course, the 10th one is "You shall not covet anything that belongs to your neighbor." Okay. Now, what if you're Jewish or know somebody who practices any form of the Jewish faith? Well, the first one is "I am the Lord your God." The second one is "You shall have no other gods before me, and you shall not make for yourself an idol." Third one is "You shall not make wrongful use of God's name," or misuse God's name. Fourth is "You shall remember Sabbath day, keep it holy." 5 is "Honor your father and mother." 6 is "You shall not murder." 7 is "You shall not commit adultery." 8 is "You shall not steal." 9 is "You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor." And 10 is "You shall not covet your neighbor's wife or anything that belongs to your neighbor." Okay, find it interesting that these guys they claim to work. They all worship the same God, or at least they claim to, but they can't agree on the order in which the Ten Commandments are in. Now, I'm going to let you know now, I subscribe to the Jewish way the Ten Commandments are done, mainly because, well, the Bible says God gave the Ten Commandments to, the Jewish people. Figure the Jewish people would know about the order of the Ten Commandments a bit better than anybody else. Anyways, thank you for watching part one of my series on the Ten Commandments. Come back and watch me for part two on the Ten Commandments, where I discuss how the Ten Commandments are in the Bible twice. If you like the video, smash the like button, and if you're interested in future videos, hit the subscribe button. Thanks, and stay safe.